are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get first-hand information about things happening around you. And I appreciate every one of you who are subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, please press the red button and make sure you press the bell icon, because if you don't press the bell icon, you will not be notified anytime we post news, because we want you to get the news as soon as they come, as fast as they come. So press the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime. The news we have for you now, you'll be glad that you are aware of it. Stay tuned. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has gone beyond claiming that it never used a server for the 2019 general elections, to giving reasons why, after giving Nigerians an impression it was going to use it for the poll, it failed to do so. According to the electoral body, use of server to electronically transmit results was experimented in earlier elections held in Anambra, Sokoto and Osun, but was dropped during the general elections because President Muhammadu Buhari-led government sent the budget for the election very late. Osun State INEC National Commissioner Solomon Soyebi gave the explanation on Monday at the post-election review meeting held at the Commission's office in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. He said, "We piloted the use of transmission of election results electronically in Sokoto, in Anambra, even in Osun. What happened was that we were trying to pilot to see the desirability of such technology in our electoral process." The Independent National Electoral Commission has said it only experimented the electronic transmission of results through the use of a server, and it was not deployed in 2019 general elections. INEC said it after clamor rose for the commission to make its server available for the People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. The commission has insisted it did not make use of a server in 2019 despite budgeting and receiving 2.27 billion naira was budgeted for server-related procurement items. Solomon Soyebi, Osun State INEC National Commissioner, explained that the issue of the server was dropped, while adding that the commission only experimented the use of a server in the Anambra, Sokoto and Osun elections. "We piloted the use of transmission of election results electronically in Sokoto, in Anambra, even in Osun. What happened was that we were trying to pilot to see the desirability of such technology in our electoral process. Once in a while, you will see an experiment going on, but we have to pilot it before we will deploy wholesale for election. We did not use it because of circumstances beyond the control of the commission," Soyebi said. Soyebi attributed the inability to make use of the server to the late release of funds for the election. He said, "First, our budget came out very late. There was also an issue with the Electoral Act. For this and some other reasons, the Commission did not adopt that option. 2019 elections were conducted according to the law. We used the Constitution of the Federal Republic, we used the Electoral Act and our guidelines for 2019 elections. If you look at the three instruments carefully, the issue of the server was not highlighted." Speaking on Monday, June 17, 2019, the Resident Electoral Commission for Osun, Segun Agbaje, said that the results of the 2019 general elections were not transmitted electronically to its server. Agbaje said that the clarification was necessary due to the rising controversies on the transmission of 2019 presidential election results from states to the INEC server. He said that the 2019 elections were largely successful despite daunting challenges that characterized its conduct. Agbaje, however, lamented the attitude of some politicians, which involved different illicit practices, including use of thugs to win elections. He maintained that the commission, in collaboration with security agents in the state, drastically reduced the phenomenon during the general elections. INEC had told the Election Petition Tribunal that it did not make use of any server during the 2019 general election. I think what INEC is doing now is a medicine after death. Because initially, when PDP and Atiku, when they were talking about this server, they said there was nothing like server, that as if they've never heard anything like that, as if server is just like an abomination thing. And they were like insisting that there's nothing like server, that they don't know where Atiku and PDP got their own figures from, because there was nothing like server. But at the end of the day, just because of the report that came over the weekend by the EU, and Nigerians began to shout, Nigerians began to speak out, asking questions, asking many questions that, okay, since you are talking of there's no server, but we could remember that when you were preparing for this election, you guys brought out your budget and you listed everything that you are going to use the money for, even to the extent. And the question Nigerians are not even asking is the things that they said they were going to use during that election, like horses, dogs, and all manner of things. And nobody is asking that questions that nobody saw all of those things during the election. I don't know who saw dogs and donkeys or horses being used by security people. I've never seen, and people were not even asking those questions. Not until when the reports came over the weekend, when EU made their own reports. You guys said you budgeted for the money for server. So why are you not telling us that there's nothing like server? So where has the money gone to? That was when they started talking about it was for an experiment, not for experiment. But the question is that why didn't this guy say it initially when PDP and Atiku they were talking about this server? They were behaving as if there was nothing like server or anything, that they've never heard such a thing. They would have put all those explanations before now. And I'm sure if this report that came during the weekend from EU, these guys wouldn't have been explaining to us. We expected them to have explained all this kind of a thing before now. Now they are telling us that it was just for an experiment. And at the end of the day, they are coming out again that the budget was given to them late. These were the explanations that were supposed to have been made before now, just like I say. But coming now, it's making everybody to doubt the system. It's making everybody to doubt the agency. And for somebody who is heading that kind of agency, a professor at that matter, giving all these excuses, which they ought to have done before now. And meanwhile, the 13 presiding officers that worked for Inec said they were recruited for that job, and they were told and they were taught on how to upload votes and figures into the server. But Inec has still been denying that there was nothing like server. This money is taxpayers' money, and you never deem it fit to give us this kind of explanation. But because a lot of people have been asking questions over and over again, I think people didn't really take PDP and Atiku. People didn't take them serious. But now people are beginning to take them serious. That for these guys to be insisting on these things, that means they know what they are talking about. That means PDP, Atiku, they know what they are talking about. And just like some people have been saying that you don't expect somebody who has been vice president of this country, Atiku, that he knows too much, that the man knows too much, that is not somebody you can just push over. And that is why the guy, it's like he has seen a lot of things that we are not seeing. And that is why he's still pushing forward. When people were telling him that he shouldn't just go to the court, he should just forget about it and all of that. Because the guy, he knows what he's doing. But because most of us don't even know, we just like, okay, if you go to the judiciary, are you sure they're going to give you, justice at the end of the day? Don't you think it will go the other way? That is why a lot of people are like, a lot of people were like, don't just bother yourself, because everything, you will not get justice. Everything will be swept under the carpet. You will not get justice. But I think this guy knows what he's doing. If not because of the way Atiku has been insisting on this matter, everybody would have forgotten the issue of whether money was budgeted for the server or not. And meanwhile, the questions that people are not still asking, where were the horses and the dogs, the whatever they said they were going to use during the election? Nobody saw them, but they budgeted for it. And now it is when people will start asking, when the pressure will be mounted on them, that is when you will now be hearing something different. I expect them now to start explaining what they used that money for, what really happened. We need to have a comprehensive detail of how everything went. So that is just my own submission. I would like you guys to deliberate on this issue by putting down your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.